You know, you voted for who you voted for. But why so much hate? You know, like, how can you mock the kids that are losing their parents, or the parents that are losing their kids, you know, living in constant fear for what may happen to your friends and your family, and even people that you see on social media. It hurts. It hurts. Because why is there so much hate? You know? Why do you have to be this way?
Okay, is anybody else getting really emotional watching all of these protests go around the world, even close by? Whenever I hear that song, you know, the song, the Mexican anthem song right now, and the Mexican flags and people singing together of all races. God, my heart. It makes me tear up. I posted a video yesterday. You know, I know a lot of us right now are feeling just completely disappointed and devastated. And I just want you to know, don't let those feelings overcome what is fact. Yes, there are quite a few people that hate Mexicans, but also there are quite a lot more that love us. They love the culture, they love the language, they love the music, the food, everything, and they're going to stand with us, okay? So don't feel completely abandoned, because we're not abandoned. And like I said, Mexicans, we are pinches chingones, cabrones. Like, we always, anytime we fall down, we cry, but we get our asses right back up and keep on going. And that's never, ever going to change. So you can hate Mexican all you want to. It doesn't matter. People love us, and we're here to stay no matter what happens.
PSA, the deportation's happening. It's not a controversial or sensitive subject. For those who are saying that right now, it's not that deep. You either believe in humanity, you have empathy, or you don't. It's never been that complicated. All these people getting deported right now, it's like breaking my heart. That could have been you. That could be you.
In a sweeping escalation of immigration enforcement, U.S. federal authorities have intensified deportation efforts across multiple states, particularly in Texas. Over the past weekend, hundreds of individuals were arrested in large-scale operations involving ICE, the FBI, DEA, and CBP. Officials claim the focus is on potentially dangerous criminal aliens, though concerns remain that long-time residents and law-abiding individuals may also be targeted. The crackdown follows President Trump's directive to significantly increase deportation raids, setting a goal of at least 1,500 arrests per day. This policy shift has led to expanded military involvement, with an Air Force jet recently transporting 80 deported migrants from Texas to Guatemala. The flight, originating from Fort Bliss, had to avoid Mexican airspace, resulting in an extended 7-hour journey, marking a growing role for the military in immigration enforcement.
Hi everybody, how's everyone doing? We are experiencing firsthand the effects of the new policies that have been put into place by the current administration in my neighborhood. ICE did a raid near my daughter's high school this past Sunday. There's a Brazilian market near her school, and 2 immigrants were picked up, so the report said. My 16-year-old daughter has been telling me that there are people who are absent from her classes who are Latino. I've been hearing that this has been happening across the country, and it is happening right here in Philadelphia, that Hispanic children are afraid to come to school. My daughter tells me that some of her friends have not been there this week. And that those people are Latino students. It's really upsetting to think that they have yet another reason to be afraid to go to school. These kids are already afraid to go to school because of the gun violence, and I talk about that a lot on my page, but now they're also afraid of immigration. And the sad thing is that just brown families in general are afraid of it, whether they're immigrants or not, because they're picking up citizens as well who look the part of immigrants. Puerto Ricans have reported being picked up for speaking Spanish. Native Americans even have been reported being picked up, which has so many layers of ludicrousness that I can't even begin to unpack it. It's disconcerting to see it happening around you, something that you're hearing about on the news, to actually see it going down in your own neighborhood and at your child's school just makes it so much more real. We have to do something about this. People can't live this way. It's only been a few days. It's only been 10 days. And we've got 4 years to go.
Here are 3 reasons why what's happening right now with the ICE raids is terrifying. Now, I usually come on here and talk about being a candle maker and the process of making candles, or how to make sure wax melts last longer, or how to remove wax. And all of those things are great and still align with who I am. But as a Hispanic woman, honestly, y'all, I'm having a really hard time right now in this country. And there's many reasons why I feel this way, but I want to give you 3 real examples why I find this so troubling. The first one, I have a girlfriend of mine that lives in Atlanta, Georgia, who is also a Hispanic woman. And yesterday she sent me a text letting me know that there was an ICE raid in the MARTA, and that she was terrified to be targeted because of the way she looks. Because when you're Hispanic, I can't hide this. I'm Hispanic through and through. And so now you're targeting American citizens, or quite honestly, just human beings, because of the way that we look. How's that right? I have another girlfriend who was telling me that in her community, there is a lot of not only Hispanics, but Asian Americans, Korean community, who are a little afraid to send their kids to school because ICE raids are now happening in elementary schools. How do you explain that to a kid? How do you live in fear that you're going to send your kid to school and your kid may not come back? Or that your kid might sort of point them to you where you are, when all you've done is come to this country and work hard. Now, I know this is controversial, and I know that there's a lot of people that are probably going to give me hate about this and tell me all of the reasons why immigrants are taking jobs and all of that. And if that's you, I respect your opinion, but quite frankly, I don't want to hear it on here, because I hear that opinion every single day, and I'm trying to build a community who sees each other not by the color of our skin, but as human beings who deserve to be respected and treated with kindness. And the third thing, out of the many things that is currently weighing heavy on my heart, and I find extremely troubling in this sentiment or this time that we're living in our country, is the amount of hate and separation that we are feeding into as a society. At the end of the day, you and I, we are human beings here living our lives every day, trying to love, trying to work, trying to build our dreams.